So, I'm gonna go over some reasons why the Earth is flat. So, there's videos of spacewalks where there's bubbles seen in space, and obviously that doesn't make sense. So, why that is that because they're being filmed in the underwater tanks that they do training in. There's also video of like the ISS in orbit of space, supposedly, where there's a man going behind like a corner wall, and it's obviously like a green screen effect because before he actually disappears behind the corner of the wall, his body fades, like fades out of to fades out of view before he actually is disappearing from view. In those pretty much same videos of the ISS, you can see that they're suspended with wires through, on the top of their shirts, at the shoulders, at the hips. There's also, in the same type of videos, there's um, contact lens green screen errors where they'll the instances where one of them passes like it's supposed to be like a baseball cap or something like that to the other person, but like the the digital interface or the green screen technology malfunctioned and he's passing nothing to the other dude, and the other dude grabs this nothing and then throws it away, put pass moves it to the side. And you just look at it and be like, what are they doing? So there's also all the images of Earth that have come out of, particularly in the 90s and 2000s, I think, but maybe earlier. But comparis comparisons between all these photos, the continents are different sizes, and so how does that even make sense? And the Blue Marble one, which is the most famous one, the person that is responsible for that photo, he's obviously on official record saying, well, it is Photoshop because it has to be. And I guess why they say that, or why he said that, is because they're composite images from close flying satellites to the Earth. And so they obviously can't take a full image of the Earth, so it's like partial images photoshopped together. But um, I'm sure there's other avenues for taking a photo of the Earth. Like in the moon landing photos, they've taken a photo of the Earth in the distance with the lander in the foreground or something. And if you manipulate the exposure in the photo, you can see a square, like a rectangle around the Earth, where it's obviously an image placed on top of another image. So why would that be the case if it was a real photo of the Earth from the moon? And there's stuff of shadows on the moon that shouldn't that go in different directions. I suppose that could be from lights or something. There's also the flag on the moon with no wind. That just could have been a static flag. I don't know. And the moon lander is how would that go such an astronomical distance? Yeah. Um. There was I think it's called the Apollo mission in early 2000s where there was a rocket of astronauts and it exploded and they all died. But then there's a photo of all of them aged. So I don't know what that's about. Well, I do, but like, you know. So, and there's also like, why does the sun get smaller as it goes away? If it was just disappearing behind the curvature of the Earth, that wouldn't happen. Not through any optical effect. You can also see beyond curvature, um, which doesn't make sense. You know, if you get a high-powered telescope, you can see things that you can't see with the naked eye that would be below the curvature and be unseeable. So, yeah, there's that. Um, Now, we only see the one image of the moon. And I mean, at some point they came out with like an image of the dark side of the moon, but like, that was probably just CGI. And you have Pink Floyd with the dark side of the moon, like, and the whole light through a pyramid thing creates a rainbow. But like, why we only see the one side of the moon is because, like, it's a reflection of Earth. Like, it's a reflection of Earth in a crater on the moon. Um, that's why we see the one side, because it's a reflection. And you can see the continents of Earth in the moon, and also other continents like Lemuria and other ones in the whole, taking up the whole image of the moon. And then also in that same image of the moon is overlaid all the craters on the moon that are filled with life like Earth. So there's actually like two images on the moon, like the image of the moon craters that are stars that are tree stumps, and the moon is a tree stump. It is a star. It is a crater, and that is within a crater, within a crater, within a crater. Tree stumps within tree stumps within tree stumps. You know, hewn over time with magic. Like trees are electrical generators. We live in the electrical universe. The trees generate mana for magic use. That's why there's no magic on Earth, because the trees were cut down. And mountains are trees. Just look at Devil's Tower. Or the video on my channel, Mountains Are Tree Stumps. Why do rockets curve? Like, that's just like, it's like throwing a ball up into the sky and being like, oh, I went all the way around to China and came back. Like, it's the same logic as saying like, oh, the rockets curve, but they're actually going straight up. Like, why they curve is because they're sending supplies to moon bases. You can also look at amateur star photography and you'll see that they don't look anything like CGI images of planets and stars. They're like circular rings of light, multicolored, flashing, looks like light through water. The the craters match up with the stars. So like the moon crater map will match up with the star map. Like you can research crater theory by Godjev Lamste, GODGEVLAMSTE, on BitChute or Rumble. He got banned off YouTube like 60,000 subscribers. There's also a large like ring array of craters on the moon, and it matches up perfectly with the Milky Way, because the Milky Way is the largest cluster of craters, stars, tree stumps. And yeah, there's some reasons why the Earth is flat and we're living on the moon plane, the near infinite moon plane.